Greetings, I welcome you all to today's class. It's me, Samyo Hangma Rai. We will be studying an exciting topic that is Open Letter to UN Secretariat General Antonio Guterres. Let's begin the class now.
Open Letter to UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres. His Excellency Antonio Guterres, United Nations Secretary General, United Nations Secretariat, 42nd Street, New York, NY 117, 7th August 2020. Inclusion of children in the Youth Advisory Group on Climate Change. Your Excellency, congratulations on your recent announcement of 7 young climate leaders between the ages of 18 and 28 years old to your Youth Advisory Group on Climate Change, who will advise you regularly on accelerating global action and the action to tackle the worsening climate crisis. We appreciate this important focus on bringing young leaders into decision-making and planning processes related to climate action. We also welcome the emphasis you place on receiving and giving frank and fearless advice and the urgency of holding government and corporate leaders to account on climate action. We are disappointed, however, that you have not expanded this list of young climate leaders to children in all their diversity. Millions of children took part in school strikes for climate action in 2019 and early 2020 and demonstrated their outrage and constructive solutions in equal measure. They have been agents of change in the climate debate using their channels of influence, schools, social media, and street protests to catalyze global activism on the climate crisis. We have seen children from the global north to the global south engaging with political and corporate leaders in their home countries and also within the international system, most recently in the UN Human Rights Council, claiming their right to a safe, clean, healthy, and sustainable environment as critical foundation to realizing their well-being and rights. It was, after all, a child, Greta Thunberg, who sparked this global movement through an inspiring solo protest in 2018. By 2019, she was able to rightly assert, "We proved that it does not matter what you do and that no one is too small to make a difference." In 2020, children are saying the same thing. Like Fabrizio, a 16-year-old boy from Peru who told us in a recent child-led online conversation, "The future of children is at stake now. Tomorrow will be too late." Children like Fabrizio are vocal in their anxiety that our dash to economic recovery will scupper climate change at net zero commitments. They continue to pressure us for urgency and to fight for a green recovery. Once again, Secretary General, we congratulate you on the establishment of the Youth Advisory Group on Climate Change. We ask, however, that it be inclusive of children and adolescents younger than 18, respecting their right to be heard and to contribute their expertise directly. We also ask that, as preparations for COP26 advance, you call for the UK and Italy to give children a safe space to influence these upcoming preparatory events. We would of course be happy to support a process that facilitates meaningful engagement with children across the globe on both your group and COP26. If the last 2 years have taught us anything, it is that children, armed with information and a sense of purpose, have a unique role to play by participating in decision-making processes and in combating crises with constructive solutions. Let us make sure that we learn and apply this lesson to the planning process related to climate action. Sincerely yours, Save the Children, Child Rights Connect. So in this chapter, in the letter, it is not only about congratulating Antonio Guterres for involving people from the age of 18 to 28 into climate action, but at the same time, this is also a letter about requesting the involvement of children, people younger than 18. Because, as stated in this letter, children are involved in many climate change activities, perhaps not at a higher level or in positions of power, but they have been actively involved in many countries all over the world in their local levels. One of the most popular climate change activists, Greta Thunberg, started the motion at 2018. She firmly believes that no one is too small to make a difference. And many people over the world, they believe that the children's future is at risk right now. If they do not take actions now, today, tomorrow will be too late to do so. As mentioned previously, this letter is not only a congratulatory letter, but also a request, also a demand for inclusion of people under 18. Because the letter also states that children who have a sense of purpose and information in them, they play a unique role in climate actions. Number A, fill in the blanks with the correct words given below. Number A, the dash headquarters of the company is in Dubai. Corporate. Number B, according to Greta, the leaders are failing to dash the key issue. Tackle. Number C, some viruses, the dash step in the production of other viruses. Catalyze. Number D, his dash in business helped him greatly to run the company. Expertise. Number E, Nepal government plans to reduce carbon dioxide emissions to net zero. Number F, he does not have good knowledge of business, so he has put his investment at stake. Number G, his controversial remarks caused public outrage. Number B, write whether the following sentences are true or false. Write not given if the information is not found in the letter. Number A, Save the Children congratulates Antonio Guterres on his recent appointment as the General Secretary of the UN. This should be not given because this is a congratulatory letter for including youth, which is from the ages of 18 to 28 as climate leaders, 7 young climate leaders. Number B, the Youth Advisory Group on Climate Change was announced at the request of children between 18 to 21 years of age. False. As specified, it should be from the ages of 18 to 28. The dissatisfaction is that the representation of children is not inclusive. True. Number D, Greta Thunberg protested for the right to a safe, clean, healthy, and sustainable environment. True. Number E, the children demand their physical safety in the UK and Italy. Not given. Number F, the children think that they can participate in decision making to fight against the climate crisis. True. Number C, answer the following question. Number A, where is the office of the UN Secretary General? The office of the UN Secretary General is in New York. Number B, what is the purpose of writing this letter to Antonio Guterres? The letter has been written to Antonio Guterres to request him to include people under 18 in the Youth Advisory Group on Climate Change. Number C, why was the Youth Advisory Group announced? The Youth Advisory Group was announced to advise Antonio Guterres on climate crisis. What roles have children played in the time of climate crisis? Children have been actively involved in schools, social media, street protests for climate crisis. Number E, describe Greta Thunberg and Fabrizio's contributions. Greta Thunberg sparked a global movement via a solo protest in 2018, and Fabrizio is vocal in terms of their anxiety of the future. What is the final demand of the children? The children demand inclusion of people under 18 in the Youth Advisory Group and their right to be heard and to contribute safely in events to come. Number D, as a student, what roles can you play to control climate change and its effect? Now, as mentioned in the chapter, you as a student, what do you think you can do? So, some of the few solutions that can be done is, when you write your answers, so these are a few points that you can use, such as avoiding burning of plastic, planting more trees, not littering, or if you see litter somewhere, perhaps picking it up. Besides all this, there can also be other activities that you as students can be involved. As mentioned in the chapter, you have many influences, such as in your schools. Maybe you can do some awareness activities, social media. How did your class go today? If you have any suggestions or feedback, Feel free to reach out to us at learning@dearwalk.edu.np. See you in the next class with another lesson. Thank you.